Hi, this is Blanca, and this last weekend I went to an orchid show here in St. Petersburg. The Florida West Coast Orchid Society put on a very nice show, and I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. I found it really pricey though, so I did do an orchid haul, but I'll show you in a minute, and there were three of them. But I'll start with these. These are the ones that were in my pergola, and they had buds on them. I did not, these I've had for a long time. This first one here, when she bloomed, she has, I don't know if you can tell, she's distorted. I'll zoom in on her so you can see what happened. Do you see that? What happened was when I brought her in, I looked at her to see what was happening with her. And I took a magnifying glass and I saw these little black long bugs, and they were thripes. They were all in her blooms, and they were probably chewing away on her petals there. So I sprayed it with garden insecticidal soap, and it wiped them all out, but a little late. So I'm going to make sure that I'll spray the plant pretty good again before I put her away. And the next one, oh, I didn't show, let me show you her name. When I bought her a few years ago, and I bought her on a table, and she was bare root. I had no idea what she was going to look like, but it's a Pot Love Avenue Serenade. I can't focus, there it goes. And so she was only like $7 or $8 on a table. They had a bunch of them, and I went ahead and bought her and potted her up, and she's bloomed 3 or maybe 4 times since, but this is the most she's bloomed. She has a fragrance, and it's ugly. Yes, I don't like it. It kind of smells like runny butter or something. I don't know, I don't like it. Then the other one that was in bud in the back of the pergola was this one here, and she has bloomed for me before, but she had bloomed with 4 or 5 buds. This time she only has 2 buds. Regardless, she's still beautiful. And her label, and I bring them out when they bloom and keep them in my screen porch, because I really don't have good lighting inside my house, in my family room or living room. Most of my good windows that get bright light are in bedrooms, and I don't want to keep them that far out by themselves. I'll never see them and never water them. Okay, and the other one that was blooming, I hear she's got 2 beautiful blooms. Look at that. I'll zoom in on her. Beautiful markings. And she's got like this little, like a little white edge all along. I don't think the camera's picking it up. And she has 2 blooms. And I've had this one for a long time too. You can see that she needs repotting. And here's her label. And this one really, really smells very pretty, kind of like candy and flowers at the same time. Just yummy. And her petals, they're like a soft, velvety. They're not they're not very shiny. They're a little dull, but they're soft, and just like I said, like cloth or velvety, very pretty. And then the last one I bought, it wasn't, this one I did buy this weekend, but I did not buy it at the orchid show. I bought it at the ladies, St. Petersburg Ladies Garden Club. They had a sale on Friday, and I usually just go and see what they have. They usually have more plants than orchids, but I fell in love with this one because of her lip. Let's see if I can show her to you. See if I can zoom in on that lip. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. That's really why I bought her. She doesn't have a label, and she has two bloom spikes. And she has very nice roots. I checked her out. Roots all the way down to the bottom of the pot. Well, there's my catasetum back there. She's getting longer and getting ready to bloom. Okay, anyways, let me go on with my orchid haul now. Okay, like I said, I only brought home 3 because I found it to be pretty pricey, and this year it put a hole in my wallet, and I had to get that hole fixed. So I borrowed a hubby's plastic car, and I was able to fix the wallet. And so this is what I brought home. Let's see. It was an easy fix, huh? This is cenotes or cenotes, and I am not even going to pronounce that. But I believe they call it the swan orchid, and she has a pretty good fragrance. And I saw the ones they had there. They had the yellow ones, but this is not a yellow one. And I don't know if you can tell by the buds, they're a little bit like orangey colors. So this one's like the orangey copper color. So I can't wait to see her bloom. And she was kind of pricey. I don't have this orchid. She doesn't have any leaves. She's lost her leaves. She's sort of like catasetum type. Okay, that's one. Then the next one, I have them out here because I was watering them. This one, I have a picture of her. That's what, stay still. There, that's what her blooms will look like. And she's a nice size. Let me step back. She's a nice size plant. And she was pricey too. Like I said, almost everything was pricey this year. And I asked the vendor if she was blooming size. This is an Grecan crestwood, and she didn't say anything to me. She just went like this. Turned her around and pointed at that right there. And I said, oh, duh. I guess that answers it. So then the other one I got, let me go back to the table here. The other one I got was just, it was bare root. Like I said, they had them sitting on these benches, and I went through and I found this one, and I liked, they had a sample plant with buds on it, or not buds, with blooms. This is, see if I can focus on that. It's BC Star Ruby, and the blooms are very pretty, deep purple, and I don't think it had a fragrance, but the sample plant was not for sale. So I went ahead and potted her up pretty good, and she does have one little root there. Do you see it right there? It's got like a dark brown tip right there. So I think she'll do good, and she's got this new growth right here. And I think that's all that's all I did get besides typical orchid supplies. I did buy some orchiata bark, and I bought some pots and other things, but just want to share. Look at this. She's still blooming. This is the last. The Alicera Ablaze Hilo Gold. I really like this orchid. I don't know if it's coming out, but I love her blooms. And her lip. She's like a mauve color on the bottom. Very pretty. They last a long time too. And also back there, still blooming, my Cattleya. That is the, I think it's the BLC Regal Red Paltanera. She's still blooming, very nice, and smells great. Well, that's it for the video. It was just a short one, and like I said, just a couple of orchids from the orchid haul, but we got a lot of nurseries that are having open houses this time of the year, because this time of the year it is so beautiful outside, and I have a feeling I'll be attending a few of those. Thanks for watching.